Hello, good afternoon and welcome to Intros Bridge. We're here for the England Community Lions under-16s taking on their Welsh counterparts. This is the second game between these sides this season. The first one ended up in a win for the Wales under-16s. The first win that they've had against an England side since 2017. Can lightning strike twice? Well, both of these sides have now played 2 games over the course of the international calendar. It's down to this third game, and I tell you what, I think we're in for an absolute cracker. Conditions, well, they're really good for rugby league. It's the first game of the autumn here in our league. Do keep tuned in, and in a little while I'll be joined by my co-commentator Steve McCormack. But first of all, we'll hear from what both coaches had to say. I'm pleased to be joined by England under-16s coach Tom Wood. Tom, should be a decent game this today, shouldn't it, against Wales? You've got a bit to prove, I suppose, after the loss earlier in the season.
Oh, massively, Dave. We're still smarting, to be honest, from that game in South Wales. So we put a lot of wrongs right, I'd like to say, but ultimately it comes down to today.
And how has the team been training ahead of this?
Yeah, brilliant. It's been difficult with obviously GCSEs and things like that, but they're a great group, and we've done 10 sessions now, so that's 10 sessions together. It's 10 more than we had against Wales last time, so I think you'll see a different animal today.
And to be fair as well, perfect weather for rugby league.
Yeah, brilliant, and there's a big crowd on as well, and some of the lads won't have played in front of this before, so really big occasion. Families all here presenting shirts, and it was just a special occasion.
Yeah, I've heard you was expecting 100, 150 from Thornhill.
170 from Thornhill, so I think you can hear them behind me, or I think you will do in about 10 minutes.
What sort of messages have been given to the lads?
Just go out and enjoy it. It's the last time this group will play together, so I want them to enjoy themselves, but ultimately we want to win as well and put some rights wrong, so we'll be good. We've come a long way since last time, so just enjoy it, embrace it, and not many opportunities like this come about often.
And finally, what sort of game do you think the Our League crowd at home can expect?
Oh, it'll be a good game. Top amateurs in the country against some scholarship lads in there, and some top amateurs in Wales, so it's an international game, Dave. They're always special, aren't they?
Best of luck, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I'm with Paul Berry, the Wales under-16s coach, and I've got to say, what a year it's been so far for you, Paul.
Yeah, it's good. Credit to the lads. You know, it's been difficult over summer with summer holidays and different weekends with players being unavailable for training, but you know, looking at our squad and the group of players we've got individually and as a team from where they were 6 or 7 months ago, you wouldn't recognise them, you know, physically, and you know, from the rugby league ability, everything they've learned, they deserve every success they've had.
I've already said in the build-up to the game the fact that you know, that win was groundbreaking in a lot of respects that you had against England earlier on in the season. What's it going to take to make it 2-0?
Yeah, it was. I've said a few times, it was great. You know, the whole occasion was great. It was a good day for Wales Rugby League in South Wales, and it was really pleasing to see so many people there. But on the same token, you know, the lads also know that's old news in it now, and it's just a score in the record book. So yeah, it's a new game for us, so we just go, and you know, there's quite a lot of areas we still need to improve on, and we've been practicing that. We've had a game against Cumbria Development Academy as well since over summer, and that was pleasing as well in different areas. So you know, this is the last game for them now. You know, there's no more training, there's no more get-togethers, there's no, you know, review or anything like that. This is the last go for them. So we're just hopeful they can put everything they've learned onto the training field and give a performance that they deserve, because they do deserve one to each other.
And what have you said about this England side to your lads?
Not much, to be honest. I mean, we've seen what we've seen of them, you know, in our first game down in Stebeneath, and they've got some dangerous players, haven't they? And they've got a good squad across the board. So I know Tom and the coaching staff have been working hard with them over summer as well. And I know, you know, there's been a game in Scotland he was quite happy with as well. So no doubt England would have improved a lot from where we were 3 or 4 months ago too. So it should be a good game. You know, we're looking forward to it. It's great to play in Wigan as well. You know, there'll be a big crowd here today.
Yeah, I believe that there's about 170 people coming from Thornhill.
Is he? Right, okay, fantastic.
But also lots and lots that have come up from Wales too.
Yeah. I mean, Thornhill are a great club, aren't they? We know that in the north, and you know, they're a big club with, you know, plenty of members, and you know, they're always supportive of the players on different pathways, and they produce a lot as well. But you're right about our families, and you know, extended families have travelled up. We had a formal do last night in camp, which was our international cap presentation evening. And again, all the parents were proud as punch to be there. You know, it's quite emotional for some as well. You know, every player that has represented Wales this year deserves the cap because they've worked so hard to get it. And we're fortunate as well to have Brian Juliff with us, who's the chairman of Wales Rugby League, who again he's really supportive of our programme, and the board are as well. So it's great to have Brian there just to say a few words and congratulate the boys as well.
And it must be good for you seeing the progression of these kids over the course of the year.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, you know, people coach for different reasons. I think I coach because I want to improve players, you know, and the absolute priority for me and the staff that we've got here is the players. We coach because we want to improve them, and that never stops, does it?
Thanks, Paul. Best of luck.
Cheers. Cheers.
Hello and welcome back to Intros Bridge here. My name's Dave Parkinson. We've got an intriguing clash of under-16s International Rugby League for your perusal this afternoon. I'm in the company of Mr. Steve McCormack. Steve, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm really good, thank you, Dave. Good to be here.
Really looking forward to this one. It was ever such a close game in Wales, with Wales actually winning that clash.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that anybody who watched that game, they're always tough games anyway, England via Wales, but that was a proper test match, that, and Wales winning that one, you know, 1-0 up, and England on the home turf as well. It's a great crowd here as well, and it's just a real special day, these test matches, and a game that really looking forward to.
Let's see how these sides line up. Starting first of all with the England lineup, and we have at fullback Harrison Dodd. Amongst the back line it's Seth Abong, Jamie Jennings, Ruben Ruan and Kobe McGilvery. In at half-back, well, he was very impressive last time out, Tom Patworth. He's alongside Jackson Evans. In the front row, it's Alfie Howley, Fletcher Holgate. He creates a bit of history because I think now all three Holgate brothers have now played at England for the Lions programme.
Yeah, how good's that as well for the family as well? All the families here as well today, which is great.
The skipper Harvey Roberts at prop forward. Then in the back row, it's Oliver Smart, Tyler Jewett and Brandon Rowland. A lengthy bench that consists of Joe Davis, Josh Langley, Dan Robson, Marcus Giener, Cian Gledhill, Rhys Smethurst and Hayden Mitchell. That's for head coach Tom Wood. You heard from him before. And then we also heard from the Wales coach, and this is how he has selected his side. So it's Ryan Williams at fullback, Ethan Stebbins, Jake Nottingham and the vastly impressive Lloyd McEwen-Peters is the skipper and plays in the centres. Sam Grice alongside him, and then it's the halfbacks of Charlie Stoddart and Isaac Wheatley, who's been picked up by Salford. In the front row, Lewis Jones, Jaden Gray and Troy Sheeran. Back row features Oliver Ford, Ethan Patterson and Caden Johnson. It's a lengthy bench again of Henry Parker, Brandon Richards, Corey Westermark, Cade Woodward, Evan Morse, Carter Pritchard and Callum Jones. Interesting about Callum, he was recently with the Wales under-19 side in the European Championships, which played over in Italy a couple of weeks ago. So he's going to be bringing back loads of experience from that, isn't he?
He was impressive as well, isn't he, Dave? We're both over in Italy watching those games, and as you mentioned, I think that experience is going to bring, and playing against bigger bodies as well and an older age group, and the way he played, I think he'll be a key addition when he gets on.
So the final words being taken on board by both coaches. What do you think, first of all, Paul Berry will be saying? Because I mean, they're now one up. They must surely come into this as favourites.
I think so. Yeah, I think you're right. Paul's an experienced coach as well. He'll look to what England did last time, what Wales did well, what they need to improve on, but it's probably another one-off game this. There's been a long time between test matches, a lot's happened between that. They know that it's going to be a fierce game this, because England have a little bit to prove as well. They're well coached by Tom Wood, and it's just a home test match for England. So Wales probably favourites, but I think England will be quietly confident.
Quietly confident, quite like that. It's always good to have quiet confidence, isn't it? Certainly when we look down the England lineup, I always like looking to see whether there's any sort of other links. So we've already mentioned Holgate and the fact that the whole family has come through and played a part in this England Lions programme, which is fantastic. But Harrison Dodd, obviously his dad had a lengthy professional career.
Yeah, well, Doddy played for me at Widnes, a really good player as well. I remember when I was at Whitehaven, he was a stand-up player for Oldham on many occasions against us, and when I took over at Widnes, he was one of the first players I signed. So we're getting old, aren't we? You know, watching how the Suns plays. But yeah, I've watched Harrison quite a bit as well. He's very impressive, and he comes from good stock with with Gavin as well, which is good to see.
And certainly the skipper Harvey Roberts, he was very impressive up in Scotland, I believe. You know, had a key part to play. I know he'll play a key part again, won't he, in the front row?
He will do as well, and not only on the field but off the field as well. You know, Harvey is a bit of an inspirational player. You know, he does the hard yards, does a lot of the stuff that your teammates notice but maybe people watching don't. You know, all the tough carries, but he's got that little bit of a spark around him as well, and to captain England's a special moment for him and his family, and he'll have a big say in what England do today. We
talked about the family connections, obviously mentioning Dodd and obviously mentioned Holgate. There's a little bit of a family connection in the Wales lineup as well, so I'm looking at Carter Pritchard. His elder brother has also come through that Wales youth programme, so again it's nice to see that progression, isn't it?
It is, yeah, that succession plan, and Wales have worked really, really hard on that, just like the Community Lions are doing now. But Wales have invested a lot of money, a lot of resources in their succession plans, and it's just good to see that that's starting to take fruition.
So yeah, so we're really looking forward to kick off. Just awaiting the arrival of our two teams. Just to talk a little bit about the formalities, we are going to be pausing for a minute's silence. We've also got the national anthems as well. But really looking forward to this. I mean, you know me, we've been away for 2 weeks together. We know I live, eat, sleep, breathe rugby league, and it's just great to get involved and seeing occasions like this.
It is, and you know the teams are coming out led by the match officials, Luke Flavel, who's a great young official, but just the community aspect of it, the spirit. You know, Rosebery's fantastic venue, test matches, whatever age groups are really special occasions, and this is certainly going to be that.
It certainly is, and an excellent reception for both of these sides and our match officials. Really looking forward to this one. All the talking's just about done, isn't it? We're nearly, well, not for us it's not, but for as far as from a preparation point of view, that's all done, isn't it?
It is, and Dave, it'll be ferocious this. Wales v England test matches, or any test match football, whatever age that may be, they're always ferocious, they're always passionate occasions, and you'll see that in a moment with both national anthems. But yeah, I've been looking forward to this all week. I think it's going to be a sensational occasion, a tough game, and an exciting game for everybody concerned.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Welsh national anthem.
What a passionate rendition that was. And now for the England national anthem. Well, if the national anthems are anything to go off, Steve, we're in for a cracker.
Yeah, it's always very passionate, isn't it, that? It's a great rendition from both teams.
And now we'll pause for a minute's silence. Perfectly observed minute silence there in honour of Queen Elizabeth II, who recently passed away. And I've got to say as well, isn't it brilliant to see Intro's Bridge junior section represented with the England side there?
Yeah, it's fantastic, and they've been around the area all morning, haven't they? We arrived here early, and just the spirit, and this club as well. I'm looking at the facilities as well, the barn, the clubhouse, the people that's in it, the volunteers, and as you said, Dave, just to get the young people leading the England team out and being mascots, they'll remember this day for the rest of the lads as well.
Very much so. We're really looking forward to action, and as well, this is a club that's ever expanding. So we're going to be hearing far more about what's going to be happening, and we are ready for kick-off. So England are going to kick off with Wales having first use of possession in this game. We're just seconds away from the start, and away we go. It's a lengthy kick-off, taken on the full by Wales. Forward it's crashed. Good defence though, 3 into the first hit up. Excellent tackling, and Wales already pushed back to their own 10-metre mark. These early tackles are where everybody will be looking to make their mark. It's where you get rid of those initial butterflies.
Yeah, good start by England as well. Some tough carries from Wales, but dummy half run, a good dummy half run as well there from forward from this Welsh team. But as you said, you want to set your stall out, you want to be disciplined, you want to dig your shoulders in, and I think you'll find that England will try and put some real kick pressure on this kicker now.
Well, Wales have got over the halfway line, and at dummy half is Jaden Gray. Gray will pass through his right hand side, picks up the strong run in there of Troy Sheeran, but it's a great tackle low down, really caught him well. Last tackle of this first set, ball off to this left hand side, kick comes in, it's high, it's hanging from Charlie Stoddart. Underneath that is Dodd picks it up, tries to gain a bit of meterage, but that's a good chase from Wales as well, really organised.
Yeah, good take from Dodd as well, and I mentioned the kick pressure early on. I think England will be a little bit disappointed with that one, because that's a big strength of this Welsh team, and the Welsh halfback just picked wherever he wanted to go, so I'm sure that's something that Tom Wood will be looking at.
Harvey Roberts with his first carry, big charge from the Thornhill youngster. In at dummy half is that man Holgate. Holgate shuffles off, cut down this right hand side, linking this time with Alfie Howley, another one of the Thornhill contingent. There's 3 players that have been selected from that club in this England lineup. Nice footwork, love that from Brandon Rowland from Lee Miners Rangers. He's tackled on the halfway line, wrapped up by 3. We know he's a fiery character, and he plays it back, and Holgate sends it down the left hand side. Kick comes in, it's a high one from Patworth, doesn't get much forward distance on it, and that's a confident take by Forward running straight into a heavy shoulder there for Rowland.
Yeah,
great contact.
2 11s there, wasn't it? It was Ford who started the game pretty well, and as you mentioned, Dave, that Brandon Rowland just put some good kick pressure on and a great contact.
Grice put under pressure. Wales playing out to this left hand side though, and there's Ethan Patterson. Patterson has played really well in the last game. I know that we were being told before the game that they went really well against Cumbria, as it's picked up out of dummy half by Grice. 32-0 at half time in that one, so England have got to be aware that this Welsh side has some firepower. Picked up out of dummy half by Ryan Williams. Nice tackle, rolled on his back, that'll slow the play of the ball down. 30 metres away from the try line of Wales. They'll bring it left, and there's the big forward Sheeran again. Second carry of the game for him. Last tackle signalled, they're in decent field position. It's off down the right hand side. Oh, and then the little kick came in, well picked up. Just trying to see who it was. I think it was Smart who picked it up then. England bringing it out from deep position. In fact, this is Smart who'll stand and play the ball from the Siddle club. Holgate running, picking up, dragging 2 defenders in. Third one joins the fray just to try and slow things down. And there's a little nudge forward as well in the tackle. They'll be happy with that work.
Yeah, it's a good start from Wales, isn't it? It's a bit unfortunate there for Holgate. It was a good dummy half run. You know, just identified that one of the markers was on the floor, but credit to Wales, they're just slowly getting this territorial battle there now, and it's important that England just get this defensive structure right, get the ball back and try and play some possession in Wales' half.
So scrum going to be fed from a Wales perspective on the halfway line. Just trying to get themselves organised. In at the back is Jaden Gray at the rear of that scrum. He'll pick up, scoop the ball to the right hand side. Stepping run from the fullback Williams. Nice bit of second momentum as well, but Sethebon 1 or 2 tacklers to bring him down. And they'll go down the blind side again. Nice quick play out of dummy half, Jaden Gray. Great tackle though. He got picked up and carried back half the metres that he made. Still very aware around dummy half. There's Sheeran once again. You can tell early doors he's going to be having a real influence on where this ball's going.
Yeah, he's carrying this far. I think another influence is going to be Ryan Williams, this one as well. They're going short side here, which is a good play from Wales.
Lovely step in into the backfield there. The tackle comes across from Ruben Ruan. Inside the 10-metre line, however, are Wales looking to dive down the blind side and just held. Good defence by England. Smart work again by Gray. Infield it's moved. England rush forward. Oh, what a hit. He still wants to get away from the first impact there, but they've held him.
That's great defence from England. Their goal line defence. We mentioned about the importance of Harvey Roberts to this team, and it was last tackle. England are under a lot of pressure there now, and one thing you do on your goal line D, you want to try and get up to your 10, and Harvey Roberts, good captain stint, and just eliminated that threat from Wales.
He certainly closed in quickly, didn't he? So England looking to clear their lines on the edge of their own 20-metre line. Holgate in at dummy half again. Referee wipes the tackle count down. It comes out down this right hand side with Jackson Evans. Evans just about wrapped up. But I'll tell you what, interestingly there, they drew a couple of defenders out of position there. There's something for them to work on, and they've got a blind side opening potentially here as Holgate runs it forward. All wrapped up. They just covered it well there. They look like they're out of numbers though.
Yeah, he's looking good, Holgate. He's just picking that short side there now, and just a little bit smarter. And England keep the shape, they can certainly exploit that weakness in this Wales defence.
Big run that from Jerry. Oh, and then the ball goes loose from Roberts. It's kicked forward by Wales. It's popped up. Oh, they're into the backfield. That's a good tackle, however, though, and Jake Nottingham by Harrison Dodd, the vice skipper, called into action there defensively. On the right hand side with Lloyd McEwen Peters. Had a fantastic game down at Stevenage Park back in June for Wales. He'll play it on the edge of the 20-metre line. Infield it is with that man once more, Sheeran. Good hit. Wow, what a tackle that was from Howley. Off down the right hand side it goes. Short running there is Caden Johnson. Johnson within 10 metres of the line. Sheeran plays it out to the left. Through hands, out to the back line. And Ryan Williams all the way out now to Oliver Ford. Ford well held. Good tackle by England. They're hunting them down at the moment. Can they keep it up? Wales throwing everything at them. Run comes in from Lewis Jones. Hits the line and spins. Continues going to the 10-metre mark. Last tackle signal here. We are, of course, on grand final day. This is your early rugby league action on our league as the kick goes forward. Again, it's well picked up, and there's open field for England to run into. It's a super run forward, that from Brandon Rowland, up to the 40-metre line.
It was great work from Brandon Rowland again, but it was that kick pressure again. It was Robertson, one of his teammates as well, just got off that line, put pressure on the kicker, and then England got the rewards from that. Great defence from this England team.
Smart now charges into the opposition half. It's the first time England have been down here for a while as it comes down this right hand side. Little interplay there with Roberts. Roberts collided with the defence. He's 33 metres out from the line. It'll come in field off the ruck. There's Rowland, really throwing himself at the line. 25 out England. Last tackle signalled. Holgate comes down this left hand side. Kick comes in. It's an intelligent one from Patworth. Bounces up. Oh, The bounce has evaded Wales there. Oh, what's our match official ruling? Is he ruling an error? Tell you what, they didn't look happy with that little thready kick through, did they?
No, it was a good work from Patworth there now. Just took the ball right to the line, just had the ball in, and you know, it's a funny shape, this ball, it can go anywhere there. On that occasion it did do. Wales will be disappointed with that, but a great opportunity now. Again, this is just another look at that kick pressure there, which got England the ball back, but they've got a good opportunity now with, you know, 10 metres from this Welsh line.
They certainly have. They're going to put the ball in at the scrum. So this scrum going to be fed by Jackson Evans. Collects it at the base, sends it off down the left hand side. Patworth lines it up, short ball there for, I think that's Ruan. Ruan to the 10 metre line and just a little bit beyond on that left hand side. Holgate picks up, sends it back into the middle. Jackson out to Dodd. Dodd, his footwork does well to skirt across the defence, but to be fair, it's a excellent tackle which came his way. Holgate takes it down the right hand side. Short run in there from Tyler Jewett. Jewett just 5 metres away from the line. Holgate, inside ball to Jackson. He keeps it going. Rowland is hit from the side. First time he's not made ground, that, to be fair. Holgate again, though. Goes from dummy half. Lays it back in field. The defence collides with Rowland, but he keeps it going. Jewett gets it out wide. Oh, he's just held. Out on this side is Jamie Jennings. Infield it comes. Kick comes in. Well taken. Chance for Wales to clear their lines. They can breathe a sigh of relief. They did well.
Yeah, got a lot of credit to that Wales defence there, because England put them under a lot of pressure. Some good opportunist play there from 9, 7 and 6 from England. Not the best finish to the set. I think it was Howley, front row, that actually kicked that ball. But it just gives this Welsh team a good opportunity now to get the ball away from their own line.
They've got through about 3 tackles already. They're 30 metres away from their own line. Wales with another pick and carry out of dummy half. That tackle went a bit too high for certainly our referees liking. Happy to agree with it. It did go a bit higher than it should have done.
Yeah, I think that's a fair call. I think the big strength from this Welsh team so far has been the dummy half work. You know, they've got some dynamic dummy half runners, and on that occasion they've done that as well. So from a marker point of view, it's something that England probably need to sharpen up on. But both the back three, the 9, they're certainly causing this England team some problems.
10 minutes gone in the game. Hope you're enjoying the coverage so far in our league. We're loving bringing this to you from Ince Bridge this afternoon ahead of the Super League Grand Final. But for me, this is the biggest game yet today, as the ball pops up there for Lloyd McEwen-Peters, brushes past a couple, off down this left hand side now. He's very athletic and he's inside the 20. He'll now play it back to Gray, and Gray links it in field. On for his first carry is Callum Jones. Callum Jones, 12 metres out from the line. Comes down this left-hand side again through Stoddart. Stoddart, inside pass for Lloyd McEwen-Peters. He's 5 metres out. Wales pressing. There's the hooker Gray, pushing his way forward. He's virtually on that try line. McEwen-Peters, what's he going to do? He'll pass. Oh, great pressure again. Surely he's offside, and he is.
Yeah, that's great work defensively, that, Dave. Again, it's a pattern that you can see, something that the coaching staff, the England coaching staff, have really worked on, because you know, it's defensively they're getting put under pressure, but you know, the last 3 sets they've really put that kicker under pressure, you know, and because of that they're getting the rewards.
It's so committed, this line defence for England at this stage, isn't it? It's so quick.
It is, and they're probably outnumbered as well. Wales had a big overlap on that right hand side as well. You know, the England defensive line was quite stretched there, so they had to get off that line and put pressure on the kicker. In the last 3 sets they've done that, and they've got the reward. They just now need to complete a little bit more push and just make sure they get some good field position next set.
Nice first set up from McGilvery. Now it's that man Harvey Roberts, inspirational, being pushed back by Callum Jones. Oh, the ball's gone loose, but the referee has ruled a hand in. He wasn't happy with them ripping the ball out of that challenge. And they'll take another 10 metres here, will England. Still 0-0. Game on a knife edge so far. Here's Jewett. Tell you what, he looks like he's put on about 3 inches since I last saw him. Has it been that long? It was only June when I last commentated on this team, as it goes out down the left hand side with Dodd. Dodd plays it out to Ruan. Ruan, lovely step, he's inside the Wales half. Drags 3 defenders in as well. Chance here for England. They've got themselves a bit of decent field position they can build from. Here's Smart. Nice charge forward. Takes the tackle of 2. Holgate. It's Howley and Roberts down this right hand side. Dummies to both of them. Brings it out the back. And here's Jerrit again. Taking on Callum Jones. Getting the better of him on that occasion. England up to the 30 metre line. In centre field. Still 0-0. Holgate picks it up and runs. Gets an offload going. This is Evans. Evans inside the 20. Almost making the ball available. Holgate, last tackle here, goes down the blind side, slips it out. There's movement down this right hand side on. McGilvery was just tackled as he got the ball back in field.
Yeah, it was a good spot again. Been really impressed with Holgate in that dummy half. I know we've mentioned him a few times, and again just spotted that short side play. Always a little bit risky sometimes when it's a last tackle play, but again this Welsh defensive line just on this left edge identified that, and great work from them.
Definitely great work defensively from Wales. Chance for England to put the pressure on now though. Offload comes in. They're down the ground for a gain of 10 metres, but I tell you what, they're not going much further with Jamie Jennings putting the shoulder in like that. Running out of dummy half. England a bit too keen and eager. They're caught offside. 2-2 in the penalty stakes so far. We've had more penalties than points.
Yeah, that's a poor penalty, isn't it? There's an injury down there, so hopefully that's okay, but they've done all the hard work defensively near their own line. England, they've pinned this Welsh team right on their own line, and then tackle 2, it's been an offside from quite a slow play of the ball as well. So that's something certainly in test matches or any game you've got to make sure you fix up, because you can't offer the opposition good field position like this.
This is a blow for England. Halfback Jackson Evans leaving the field. On in his place goes Josh Langley. It's been a bright start for Evans as well, hasn't it?
I think he's been real good. He's linked up well with the 9 from England, Holgate, and he's been quite pivotal in the way England's played. So hopefully he'll be able to come back on. But what a great opportunity for the replacement to step up.
Now we're that close to the action that we can hear all the messages that are going on from the England bench, and it's interesting. There's little conversations being had with Holgate in particular.
Yeah, and you want your spine of your team to organise this as well. And to be fair, both sides are doing that. Been impressed with both ones from Wales and England. Then you've got your 6, your 7, your 9, your 13. They all look like they can play. And to be fair to both coaches as well, they're both playing really expansive. So. It will come down to those little things, that push, that effort, that discipline, certainly in the early parts of the game.
Hopefully you're enjoying the coverage at home. This is ever so close. This is a test match in every sense of the word.
100%, and this is what we want to see. There's a couple of knocks now as well. I think one of the Wales players down. Looks like he might need to be replaced. Not sure who that is. But yeah, I think England now, it's a penalty to Wales, and I think England are just lining up. And the coaching staff will be looking for a real good, tough defensive set from him.
I think it's Oliver Ford. It's a blow if Wales lose him, because he's made a particularly bright start to the game as well with some of his carries.
Yeah, without a doubt, he's been one of the standout players so far. It looks like he's okay, thankfully, and he's back up and running, waiting to take these carries.
And we're back up and running as far as the clock's concerned. Luke Favell, the match referee, just getting back with the England side. Wales are going to tap this. 40 metres out from the line. Lewis Jones just had to set himself to go again. Didn't make as much impact as I think if he got given the ball first off.
He did do good defence again there from England. I think it was Jowett that bounced off that line, dug his shoulder in.
There's the running of Grice. Oh, he's ended up running right across the face of the defence. You're always risking getting absolutely battered if you're doing that. And England, well, they are obliged. Run out of dummy half by Jake Nottingham. It's sensible, quick plays, this, isn't it? Until they get in good field position from Wales.
They are, yeah. They're making some good yards, but England's been solid there. I think they've, you can see now they're getting the shoulders in. The players are actually, working, getting the bodies on top. But Wales have got some good field position now. And
they brought it down this left-hand side with Jones. Jones slipping the ball out. Here's Patterson into the backfield, but well tackled by Dodd. England have to readjust, and it's down this left-hand side with Wales. They have an overlap just, but Grice couldn't use it. The defence is piling in. Such commitment from England. 4 into the challenge.
Missed opportunity, wasn't it? I think if it had just tipped that on, I know it's easy watching, but good initial play from the Welsh team. One of the England defenders just sunk in. I think it was Rowland just sunk in defensively to get that break, and then I think it's a missed opportunity. I think the winger was certainly in space there for Wales, and good defence from England.
So it's England with a chance to clear their lines. They're now 10 metres away from their own line. Great captain's not that for Roberts. What a carry.
Yeah, that's what you want from your captain. People need to go with him as well. He needs some support. He needs to, some of his teammates just to do them tough things as well around him as well. But as you said, that's a great carry from Roberts.
And now Langley, you can see him getting involved. He's been involved in the last 2 plays. England bringing it down that left-hand side. Good ball out to Seth Bong. The Hull White player gets away from a couple, slips the ball out. I think that's gone forward, and our referee agrees.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the right play. I can see, why he's done that as well. But it's probably not the right play at the right time. I think, England just needed to get some good field position, get a good kick away, and play down this end of the field. I think if he had his time again, he'd probably stick all of that and try and play the ball a little bit quicker.
So yeah, I think you can put that down to a forced error, to be honest, because the defence really rushed him, didn't it? And it gave him the chance to get the ball out, but it was always a high percentage play, that.
Yeah, it's risky. If it comes off, it's a wonder play, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you would never discourage that from happening. But I think probably just in this time of the game, just play the ball quick and get his team on the front foot.
I'm surprised Wales have come down the left-hand side. They seem to line everything up down the right, and he's got absolutely battered there as Ryan Williams in the tackle.
He's the indicator, isn't he? Wherever Williams goes, the ball tends to go. I think we'll see quite a lot of him in the foreseeable future.
Jones keeps his body position low, buys his side about 7 metres, just to the edge of the 20 go Wales. Off down the right with Jones, who slips it out. Nice quick play. Here's that man, McEwen Peters. Looks to slip the ball out, so he's a real handful, isn't he? He's 12 metres out from the line on this left-hand side of the field. It comes left, and then out further to that man, Oliver Ford, stepping in from his wing position. Not sure why he found himself out in the wing, but there he is, playing it. Infield mixed move now. Nice duttering run from Stoddart, well challenged by the England defence. Last tackle signal again. England sound the battle cries, moving to close Henry Parker down.
Good work from Smart again, that just the same thing. I know I keep repeating myself about that kick pressure. Really impressed with that England defence on that big shift play from Wales previously. They just held the line, held the nerve, and on that last tackle play, it was great work that from England for that kick pressure. 20
minutes gone. I think Wales can be probably the happier of the two sides with the field position that they have.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think Tom Wood will be pleased with the shape of this England defence, because they've chucked quite a lot at the England team, this Welsh team. But England's come up with all the answers, and they just need to camp down here a little bit. England, get some good field position, and start putting this Welsh defence under a bit of pressure. 2
great runs out of dummy half. That latest one from Langley, the previous one from Holgate. Quick play the ball to Holgate. He's got Roberts running alongside him. Oh, that was a great tackle. That was an excellent hit, to be honest, by Stoddart. I'm not too keen on the other tackle which came in on the player without the ball.
Yeah, it was good work from Holgate as well, just jumping out. I think Roberts was pushing up, and then there was another line of attack as well there, and that's what you get if you run in numbers rather than those single runners. You either you put your nose through, or you can get a penalty like England's done. So England just need to be composed in this next set.
Decent field position again for England. Here we are at Ince Bridge this afternoon as Langley plays it infield to Howley. That was a brave carry. Straight into the barrel chest of those 2 big forwards. Off it comes left with Holgate. Nice step, nice twist from Patworth. He's a decent player, would have seen of Patworth. On the edge of the 20-metre line, still going down the left-hand side. There's Smart, bounces off one, goes again into the 10. Excellent work from him. Being played back into the middle. Good link-up play to Rowland. Rowland stepping, proving strong, slipping the ball out. Langley then out amongst the back line again. Dodd has it. Dodd throws a dummy. Surges on. I think England running out of tackles now, but still the tackle count goes on. They're within 10 metres of the line. It's taken forward by Jewett. Can he get over? Well, he seems to have half the Welsh team on him. Talk about dragging everyone out of position. There must be gaps out wide. Last tackle signalled now. Jewett to play it to Holgate. Holgate to Langley. Langley across. Oh, it's intercepted though by Wales. They're coming down the ground. Oh, I got the feeling that was really building for England, but Parker popped up out of nowhere and picked the pocket of Patworth.
Yeah, he spotted that, didn't he? He just came really quickly off his line, did Parker, from this Welsh team. But good defence back from England, but yeah, disappointing end to a real promising set.
Wales bringing the ball down that right hand side through Corey Westermark. Good link up play between those Welsh boys. Now Callum Jones, big carry from him again. This is one guy that just seems never to get tired. He's also got the best mullet I think that I've seen this season. Pushing inside that 20-metre line. Picked up out of dummy half by Gray. Inside the 10 he goes, last tackle signalled here. Wales putting on all the pressure. It goes out down the right hand side, scrappy pass. Taken by McEwen Peters, he's big, he's strong, he's got it wide. Have they gone in? I don't think that's a try, you know. Referee having a chat with his touch judge. It's a penalty to England. Double movement, wow.
That's great play first of all from Peters. You know, just been really powerful in everything he's done there. But what about that defence again from England? You know, I just looked at the numbers on that left hand side. They had the right numbers. It was a little bit scrappy because they had that offload, but just that extra effort to get the player on the, I think it's a double movement there. It's great work from England, that, and you know, those little things like that, you know, stand you in good stead. Well done, England.
It was nice early ball. Ooh, what a tackle that is. What a hit. Brilliant hit on Smethurst. Infield it comes for England. That Welsh defence is rushing up. There must be gaps out wide if they're rushing up and front in the middle like this. Has Langley spotted it? He's got a runner alongside him. Rowlands puts himself forward for everything. He's over that 30-metre line, and that's where he'll play it. That's where he's been stopped by Westermark. Nice quick play out of dummy half involving two players. It's then played back by Max. Right, Ruan it was, sorry, and there's a little nudge forward from him.
Yeah, they're just a little bit scrappy there. I think you've got to give Wales a lot of credit. You know, they felt hard done by that decision by the officials for that double movement there now, and they was rushing off the line, as you mentioned, Dave. I think, you know, if England would have been a little bit smarter and just played a little bit wider from the ruck, they could have had some joy with that. But you know, that unforced error, and Wales have got a good opportunity in good field position. And
once again, it's this Lloyd, McEwen, Peters to the fore. Harvey Roberts has come to the sideline for a bit of a rest. If anybody's earned it, he has. Wales though, on the front foot, 30 metres away from the line. Big run coming in there from Caden Johnson. He's been impressive during these early stages. Hayden Mitchell preparing to come on for England. Little dab forward from Williams into the backfield. Good pick up from Dodd. He might find himself going nowhere. He's done well to stay within the field of play though, really well.
Yeah, two good full back play then. It was a good, you know, that instinct play from Williams there now, just putting that little dab through. And that's credit to the England defence. Nobody's going out, and Williams has had to do that. But Harrison Dodd, as he's done all game, just good field position, nice and brave, and just collecting that tough kick.
I tell you what, 26 minutes in, 0-0. Sometimes you'd moan at having a game like that, but you can't take your eyes off this one. This is compelling viewing.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. We mentioned about the test matches, what we want to see from a test match. England's got another set of 6 there now. Real arm wrestle. You know, no like quarter asked or given, and just two real good teams.
Really good run as well. That from Hayden Mitchell. It comes out down this right hand side with Jerritt. Jerritt between defenders. The two of them closed in to make the stop. I still get the feeling England could get them with a couple of these switch plays. It's down the left hand side with Dodd. Dodd straightens up. He's a danger man already in the 2 international games this side has played together. He scored 3 tries. As Patworth gets it infield to that man Smethurst. Just got his body angle wrong. It's a couple of times he's been caught upright, hasn't he? But I'll tell you what, Aldgate's not going to caught upright. He's ducking forward. Pinches about 15 out of dummy half. Last tackle signalled here. England applying the pressure, pushing it down the right hand side. Kick comes in, it's a low one from Patworth into the backfield. It's bouncing, it's bobbling, and it's been put dead by Wales. A little error from the fullback there.
Good work, and this is the first time that this Welsh defence are going to have this repeat set. It was a good kick again from Patworth. You know, the pressure's on him a little bit with his half-back partner from the start, Evans, coming off, so Patworth has took that upon himself. And you know, the one thing about that as well, it was a really good chase, and that made Williams have to kick the ball out. Repeat set, and a good opportunity for England.
We've got several substitutes that are on for England now. We've mentioned Smethurst a couple of times already. I think Marcus Geener is out there as well, and so too Joe Davis has come on to replace Fletcher Holgate. What a hit in the middle of the field from Wales. Mitchell rolling the ball forward. One of several from Newsham Panthers that were considered for this under-16s lineup. There's Smethurst, good run, that's better from the big fella. Eventually whacked to the deck by Callum Jones. There's no other way you can describe that. Davies off down the right hand side with Mitchell. Mitchell, nice footwork late at the line, buys him another couple of metres. England now asking the questions. Can they get close enough to the line? Ambitious pass to Patworth. Patworth across to Dodd. Dodd, oh, long ball out. Unfortunately though, Seth Bong, he wasn't 6'3". He would have taken that pass if he'd been 6'4".
No, it's still on though, Dave. I thought he'd got into touch there now, so they've got a good opportunity to finish this set well.
They have. That's an ambitious pass to Langley. Langley putting the kicky. Well taken at the back by Wales. They'll run it from deep. It was a great little pick up that from Stoddart. On the edge of the 20-metre line, their own 20-metre line, Wales. England fronting up again through that middle.
Just need to keep the discipline now, England. Stay on side. You know, this Welsh team will probably just do dummy half carries because some of the players tired from that repeat set. And that's exactly what they wanted. Just that repeat set, that extra effort, another set of 6 when you're defending, your attacking shape goes, and it just gives the emphasis and that impetus for England just to put another promising attacking set on.
As I'm looking at this, are Wales starting to wobble a little bit?
Well, I think they're getting a bit more tired because England are just getting into the game. You know, Wales certainly started the game well, spent the majority of the first quarter of the game in England's 20-25 metres, but England have just defended really well, and I think, as you said, I'm not sure they're wobbling, Wales, but I think tired. They're getting a little bit tired, and it'll give England a good opportunity.
Davies plays it to Patworth. Patworth, lovely step, tries to burst into that backfield. They've recovered well though. Wales get their man in the end. England 20 metres out from the try line. Off down the left hand side it goes with Smart. He's running so well in this game, Smart. Moved in field. Patworth with Langley. Langley out to Rowland. Rowland keeps it moving to Dodd. Dodd, lovely hands to Jowett. Have they got a bit of space here? Oh, what a cracking tackle. He's out wide from Wales. Superb work on him.
Yeah, it was good work again. That quite an impressive set again then from England, but you know, this left edge from this Welsh team, they've been under the pressure all the time. It seems like England are favouring this side in attack, but good work as well. He's got him in touch, and again, what a passage of play again. You know, we just don't know where this game's going to go. I think it's important for Wales now. They're guaranteed to do some dummy half work because they've been really good at that.
Oh, mistake from Wales. Callum Jones has coughed it up.
Big error that.
Wow, that could be the error that England were waiting of. Can they spring something from this particular set?
Just need to be composed, don't they, Dave, now? You know, they don't need to panic England. You know, this Welsh team have done a lot of defending. They'll be tired. I think the key thing for England is the runs need to be a bit more genuine. When I'm saying that, the back rowers, when they're running those tight lead lines, they need to be on time, and if they do that, I think they can get some points on the board here.
Lang, meanwhile, just communicating with his back line. Feeds the scrum. He comes out left with Patworth. Oh, that was a low pass for Dodd. Did really well to pick that one up. Slips it out to Abong. Abong wrapped up by 2. Good defence from Wales. They've kept showing up as well. Ever so committed. 31 minutes on the board. Still 0-0. Here's Smart. Pushing forward. Just held on his back. Ever so close to the line, England. Played out to the right-hand side. Langley steps again. Flicks the ball out to Jowett. Jowett links with Davis. Davis keeps it going to Dodd. Dodd down this right-hand side. There's Jennings spinning through 2. He's still inside the field of play, and he'll play it back to Davis, and Davis skims it in field. There's Colby McGilvray. Gets away from his first tackler. Can't escape the clutches of 2 and 3, who closed him down. Now England, wide pass out to Patworth. They've got him if they can keep it going. Ruan out to Bongo. They've done well there, Wales, to get men in with the motion, men in the picture. That's super tackling. Excellent defence from Wales.
Oh, it's a penalty, I think. That's a big call. You've got to give credit to that Welsh defence. It was a great ball from dummy half to start that England play from Joe Davis. You know, just cut probably 5 of that Welsh defenders out, but Wales just managed to scramble.
So a welcome penalty for England, but I didn't see too much wrong in it, to be fair.
No,
I
didn't. I think the officials are saying that he may have pulled him into touch. I think it's a big call, but a good opportunity for England.
There's been a little conversation between McHugh and Peters and the match official, but England get us back underway. There's Smethurst. Oh, he's gone high again. He's picked up and pushed backwards. Ball played. Oh, they're going down the blind side. Here's Rowland. So close to the try line. Davis from West Horton Lions out of dummy half. Finds Patworth. Now it's Langley. Langley out to Dodd. Dodd tries to duck beneath the effort coming in from Grice. Just finds himself upended and tackled on the 20. Down this right hand side. Langley back to Jarrett. Jarrett showed the ball, then surged his way forward. Inside the 10-metre mark he goes. Off down the blind side goes Davis. Oh, he's so close to a score as well. Last tackle signal here. Long ball to Patworth. Patworth, equally long pass out to Ruan. Ruan out to Abong. Abong takes the inside track. The defence is done in numbers. He slipped the ball out though. Ruan has the ball whapped out of his hand and it's all on. Patworth has it back. More opportunities here for England in possession as Smethurst takes a settler. Put to ground, 5 metres out. Davis onto Mitchell, onto Langley, out to Dodd. Dodd trying to round his man, brushing through a couple of tackles, gets the ball out. McGillivray is caught. Tell you what, England certainly peppering this defence. Taking another settler. There's surely gaps out wide. There's about 10 defenders this side of the post. It's got to come. Goes to Langley. Langley puts the step on. He's stepping again. Here comes the hot stepper. Blimey. Like those movements. Inside the 5. Out to Patworth on the left. Ambitious pass to Ruan. Ruan steps. Takes the inside track now. Goes through one tackler. 2 metres out from the line. Last tackle signalled. Is it going to come? Here's Smart. Smart for the line. Smart's got it down. That's the opening score for England. It was coming. I had the feeling it was coming. And it took a long time, but Smart's got the opener.
It was, and Smart's probably been the standout, hasn't he? You know, every time he's got the ball, he's been a real handful from this Welsh defence. And I thought Wales had done it again. I thought Wales had defended set on set. But the one thing what England's been there now is just nice and patient. You know, they've not panicked. They've had some real good shape. They've been expansive. You know, and then when you've got players like, you know, Smart on your team, you want to get the ball to him, and it's a real good play there from England. And as you see, it was good work from dummy half as well, just to identify that. But you've got to give credit to the Wales team certainly for the defensive effort, but certainly that play from England was brilliant.
Well, it just seemed like they defended wave after wave of attack, but you had the feeling that England were just going left, they were going right, they were sort of stretching the defence. I'd spotted that they dragged about 10 defenders this side of the post. There had to be gaps somewhere.
Yeah, and it's interesting as well, both nines complement each other. So obviously Holgate was coming on, he was a runner, but I just think Davis coming on as well. Just his quality of pass from dummy half is great, cuts a lot of the defenders out, and just that quality of skill as well. And you know, Smart's been a real handful every time he's got the ball.
So it's Tom Patworth with the conversion attempt. Kicked 4 from 5 in the last international England played. That was a win up in Scotland by 28 points to 20. Currently 4 points to 0 here. Can he make it 6? He steps in right footed. Flags are raised. It is 6 points to 0 for England.
I think it's obviously been a tough game, Dave, as well, but if you look at the first 10-15 minutes, it was all Wales. You know, England's defence just held really firm, and it's just flipped over, hasn't it? You know, England's had all the possession, all the field position. Wales have started coming up with a few errors because they're having to defend. That repeat set makes a massive difference to your team, but you've got to give credit to England. They're just being nice and patient. The pivots linked up, and just some real good skill from Oliver Smart.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest, Steve, you've got to be world class if you're going to come up with a couple of errors and up to defend, because you can't keep up that level of intensity, can you?
No team can do it, certainly in test matches as well. You know, it shows a lot of character, but you know, ultimately you crack if you keep coming up with errors and you know, you having to defend repeat sets. But you know, credit to Wales for defending that, but massive credit to England for capitalising on the amount of field position they've got.
Jerry on the second tackle, England just outside the 20-metre line. That's a long ball to Smethurst. It's probably some real width about to see what you're meaning about Davis.
Yeah, I'd be tempted to kick a little bit early as well here, Dave. I think the pressure that they're under. I think they're very, very tired now, and if you just get that ball and you kick it into them corners, chase as hard as you possibly can, it can put, and that's what he's doing.
Yes, it's a chip forward. We've got Oliver Ford on the wing. Tell you what, second row gets round his man. He started the game in the second row. He's showing his versatility, isn't he?
He is, yeah. I think he was injured, wasn't he, at first? They might have put him on the wing there for a reason, but that's good game management again from England there. They pinned him in the corners, and Wales are showing some real character to get out of that position.
Marcus Gina now on. Another one of the boys from Saddleworth Rangers. Great club, Saddleworth. Oh, and then England conceding the penalty, all offside. Well, that's inviting Wales back on you.
Yeah, that's frustrating from an England point of view, isn't it? All credit to Wales. By tackle 2, they got behind the ball and were making themselves available to take those tough carries, but that's disappointing there now. England's done all the hard work, kicked early, pin Wales back in their own 20, and then come up with an offside play again there. So really disappointing from England.
Just a short stoppage whilst Rowland ties his bootlace. Pritchard gets the ball in field to Jones. I think with the geography of this ground, this is why you're not seeing an awful lot of kicking to touch this afternoon, because to be honest, if you clear those trees on that side, it goes in someone's back garden. Out down this left hand side with Brian Williams for Wales. He'll play it to Carter Pritchard. Pritchard in field. He's picked up the run of Westermark. Good tackling again from England. He's thrown away through this England defence. England look a little bit short defensively down that right hand side. He's picked up out of dummy half and kept really close to the ruck by Wales. Pritchard moves it to Westermark. Such commitment from England. Good tackle low down by Gina. Off down the right. Oh, and there's a slip. It's a good job the pass wasn't on point. Brought back towards the middle. Ruan's chased his man down. The 10 metres out, and that's such committed defence. Excellent work again.
It is, and it's probably not the end of the world from a Welsh point of view as well. They've got some good field position now. It's up to them now to put this England team under pressure with their defensive efforts. Some tough that's a good carry as well. Great carry that from your outside backs as well, just to give you forwards that rest, quick play of the ball as well.
I mean, one thing we haven't mentioned about this particular ground, it's got quite narrowing goal areas, hasn't it? So your kicking game is going to have to be on point. So as you say, turning over isn't the end of the world.
No, it's not. The one thing you've got to do when you turn it over like that is you've got to defend well. But what a good half. Referee signals the half time. But really, really good. Very impressive performance from both teams.
Sometimes when you see a game of rugby league and you don't want a half to end, that was one of those halves. I was absolutely loving that. The commitment from both sides. It was absolutely exemplary.
It's gone quick, hasn't it? It might have gone quick for me and you. I'm not sure it's gone quick for both sets of players. But yeah, I mean, defence is on top. I don't think you can really criticise both attacks, both Wales and England's attacks, because defensively, there's been some big shots. It's been aggressive, it's been fair, but structurally wise as well, both sides have been excellent.
So 6-0 in favour of England at half time. That try coming after 33 minutes, and we'll see the try coming up right now. And it was just really, really good work, wasn't it? Which ended up with Smart going over, showing all the strength in the world. You can just see such commitment.
He's been good, hasn't he, Smart? We mentioned that there now. We're seeing all the England players with arms up as well. Referee in good position. But he's been good, he's been a threat. He's done some of those tough carries. I think the key to that was the amount of possession they'd had, and certainly the kicking game from the half-backs and the quality of play. And there's not much in test matches, and you want your strike players to do that, and Smart's done that.
This is exactly what you want from a test match. It's exactly what you want as a build-up to a grand final, isn't it? Steve, great as always to be alongside you. We'll be back in a few minutes' time after these messages.
Right, it's one of two things here. It's either Espanol, but that might be Spanish. Is it España?
Correct.
Is that right?
That's it.
All right, brilliant. It's got to be the Euro on it.
Correct.
EU country and all that. France? Wales?
Australia.
Did they? God, I was there as well.
El Gordo.
Cheese, innit? Is it cheese?
That's the Spanish National Lottery.
All right, okay, yeah. I know absolutely nothing about football, mate. So I'm going to go away. Which one's Champions League?
European Cup.
I'm going to go 7.
14.
14? That's just greedy, that, mate. Nou Camp.
Correct.
Yeah, that's the. I'll take that. I'll take that one. Pyrenees?
Correct.
Yeah. Nickname. I'm going to go something to do with bullfighting. Matadors? Bulls?
Oh, El Toro.
El Toro. Duh. Crepes is French, isn't it? So I'm going to go crepes. I'm going to have to go crepes.
Not quite. Churros.
Churros. Yeah, yeah. Largest islands? Tenerife?
Correct.
Oh, Tenerife, as we say in Yorkshire.
I don't know. Emma Lumley. Georgia Wilson. Amy Hardcastle. Fran Goldthorpe. Emily or Jodie. Georgia Wilson. Georgia Wilson. Georgia Wilson. Georgia Wilson. No, I'm joking, I'm kidding. I don't. None of them I'd share with anybody. Fran. Definitely Amy weightlifting. Jodie Cunningham.
No idea.
2015.
2015. Oh, I should have known that, shouldn't I? Ottawa.
Correct.
Maple Leaf.
Yep, that's it.
Toronto. Summit. Toronto Tigers. Canada Ravens. No, that one. Leeds. That would have been Australia.
Yep.
Niagara Falls.
Yep.
I'm doing all right here. Which board game? Oh, I don't know. Cluedo?
Trivial Pursuit.
Ice hockey.
That's right. Doing quite well there.
Welcome back to Intros Bridge, where we have an enthralling 40 minutes in front of us. It's going to be the second half of England against Wales. This is of course the England Community Lions programme. They regularly take on Wales at international level. It's the second test match between these two, and there is absolutely nothing between them. We had a great first half, 6 points to nil in favour of England, just the one try and one goal. As in the first half, I'm joined with Steve McCormack. We're having a good look at this try, and you could see Wales had just hardly any numbers down that left-hand side, and then a nice step. He's just brushed his way through, hasn't he?
Yeah, it was a good spot from Davis. He'd done it a few times, England. Holgate did it in the first half. You see, he's gone short side. He's identified that it was probably a 4-on-2, but Smart didn't need that, just that left foot step. Saw a smaller man in front of him, I think it was Williams, and just did that footwork and managed to get over the line. Great play from England.
It's very rare that you end up one-on-one with the full-back intent, you know, because usually you've still got to go through, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean, on the goal line, a lot of full-backs now defend actually on the line, so when that ball goes away, you know, the full-back, you know, naturally just fills in the back, so, you know, as that natural full-back position does. But it was a good spot. I think Davis made a good impact when he came on. I was really impressed with Holgate. Davis made a good impact both with his quality of dummy half pass and just spotting that short side. And you know, another thing I've been impressed with as well is, you know, the back three of both sides as well. You know, in different ways. I think the way that the back three of Wales have carried the ball dummy half wise and got some good yards from that dummy half position. But the way the England back three have just kept their shape, and that allows the you know, the Welsh team have got to just defend a bit more spaces, so that gives a few more gaps for players like Oliver Smart to exploit.
And talking of the Welsh side, they've rejoined us. Tell you what, there's some specimens on both these sides, isn't there?
And I think Wales need to use them more near the line. I've been impressed with the shape they've had, but you know, you've mentioned the size and the pace of some of these, and you know, you've got McEwen-Peters.
Well, he's the guy that we've got on the screen at the moment. Yeah, he's a beast, isn't he?
He is, and he's been impressive, hasn't he? You know,
yeah.
A couple of times they've used him coming on the inside play, you know, a couple of those inside plays, and you know, I'd like to see him one-on-one with some of these England defenders, because I think if he gets it, it can certainly cause a few problems for this England team.
So we're set for another enthralling 40 minutes. Callum Jones was just on our pictures then. Luke Favell blows his whistle. I will do. And away we go for the second half. So it's a mid-range restart. England underneath it through Langley. He feeds it infield to, I think that's Alfie Howley. Howley to play it just inside his own 20. England making first use of possession. That's a great run. Really pushing it forward there. And Langley bringing it down this left-hand side. Oh, looking to spread play early on. Dodd caught between two defenders. Just overwhelmed on this particular occasion. It's important both these sides complete their early sets. There's nothing to suggest that they won't, is there? I mean, they've been very, very good in that area of the field. There's Smart, the try scorer, up to the halfway line and just beyond. And England getting to the end of their first set in this second half. Back with Patworth, does well to avoid the tackle of one. That's a long kicking down, which forces Stoddart to shuffle across and collect. He takes on the defence, and Ruan did ever so well to track him down, and then had the players piling in defence in the first place.
It's a big call here from the officials. I think it looked like a knock on there. You know, Stoddart just took the ball. Good take there from Wales. I think he looks like he's damaged his shoulder. But a good first set from England.
And straight into the action goes McEwen Peters. Slipping the ball out to Callum Jones. Jones on the 30-metre line. Wales still in possession. McEwen Peters again. Gets the ball free. Following up his Westermark. Westermark almost as far as the halfway line. Good tackling from England again. They don't seem phased at all, do they? Despite Wales getting these offloads as that kick goes high. Dodd comes for it. Does well. That was a difficult ball to take, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was a good kick from Parker as well. There now, just put the ball up, spiral kick. But all the game, Dodd's just been really, really confident under those high balls, whether that be, you know, things like that, what we've just seen him take, or you know, the attacking play. I think Dodd's been certainly a standout player for England.
Another fine product of the Waterhead Club. We were away with two of the best for the under-19s recently. And here's Harvey Roberts. Second stint on the field. Pushing forward, allowed to offload, and gets it to Langley. Certainly lots of appeals from the England bench. Tackle comes in. England have reached the last. Just over the halfway line. Kick goes high. Oh, not much depth on it. Tell you what, it's bounced in favour of England. Offside is the call against England, however.
Just that attention to detail there now. It's a good kick, but you need to have your players on side from your kick chase. I think, you know, Tom would be a little bit disappointed with it, because it's good play from England, good game management, but when you put that kick in, it's got to be an onside chase, and that can put real pressure on the Welsh you know, defence. And on that occasion, you know, all the England attackers were in front, and it's penalty, and it's going to gift this Welsh team some good field position.
So Pritchard will bring it forward. Now, I've had a message at half-time. You know, as I said about family connections, Pritchard's grandfather also played for Wales.
Wow, brilliant. What a great day for the family. Yeah,
what a great day for the family. That's a great run as well, coming in there from Ethan Patterson. He's over the 40-metre line, plays it. Didn't look convincing. Oh, Callum Jones has come up with another error. Well, I tell you what, we've praised him to high heaven, haven't we? And he's come up with a couple of errors.
We have, and he's all or nothing, is he? You're just watching this now. It's a crash ball. He's flat. He's going 100 mile an hour. Good work from this England defence, and that pass from dummy half just had to be a little bit smoother, a little bit lighter. Just put a little bit too much pace, and again he's come up with another error as Jones.
But he takes that ball and he goes 15 metres, doesn't he?
It's impressive.
The way that he hit that line.
There's no stopping him. It's all or nothing, isn't it, with him? So you've just got to make sure that service from dummy half, because, you know, I do believe if he can get that kind of ball, and, you know, he can get plenty of it, then he can cause this England ruck a lot of problems with that.
England bringing the ball right off the scrum. There's Colby McGilvery, proving elusive. Oh, and then eventually caught by Grice, who does a bit of a wrestling move on him to bring him to the ground. Here's Howley. Gets some great vocal support from this touchline as well. Love it. Here we are at Intro's Bridge this afternoon. Great welcome we've had from them as well, as Langley feeds it to the right hand side to Roberts. Roberts was twisted in the tackle. The defence closed in on him just to stop forward momentum. England still 6 points to the good as it's run by Rowland. That's a massive run from him to the edge of the 20-metre mark. Davis is looking left and right, feeds it down the left to Patworth. Patworth, short ball for Ruan. The Blackrock Junior put down on the 20-metre line. It's down the left with Patworth again. Patworth trying to thread the ball through. That's a delicate kick. Excellent work though from Stebbins. Picking it up for Wales.
Great work from Stebbins that night, because his team were under massive pressure. I just like the way this England team's approached the start to the second half. You know, everybody's genuine lines, they're looking well structured, but Stebbins great position there, and again really brave to collect that ball for Wales.
Again, another brave run from Westermark. He's just 12 metres away from his own line. Now it's the danger man, McEwen Peters, the skipper as well. Buying his side 10 valuable metres. Out of dummy half come Wales through Pritchard, long ball back. Stoddart gets rid of it with the kick. Not the most convincing of kicks, but he will find the touchline. Ends up being a good kick in the end.
Yeah, I think Gabon just left that, didn't he? I was thinking, you know, catch it, but you know, what do I know? He just let that ball go, and it was a good kick to be fair, because under a lot of pressure. He's actually, I'm not sure it's a 40-20, Dave, or he's actually touched it. Yeah, well, so it's Wales, so I probably was right. He should have caught it. Yeah, he should have caught it. And
just coming off his boot, I think.
Yeah, it's a little bit of luck from Wales, and gives them a good opportunity.
You don't want to be invited this fella to run too much at you. McEwen Peters is inside the 20. He's complaining to the referee about something. He goes down this right hand side with Caden Johnson. Johnson buys his side another 5 metres. Now Pritchard out of dummy half. Back to the left hand side he comes. Swift ball into the backfield. Ooh, interestingly bounced up, but then it goes all a bit scrappy. Eventually cleaned up on that far side by Oliver Ford, and he does really well in the end, because that could have gone anywhere. Wales still haven't gone away. Blindside movement from them. Well, that's a terrible ball out of the tackle from Patterson, and it goes into touch. But again, the pressure of the defence.
It was, and Wales just need to be patient now, because they've done all that hard work to get in this position. And you know, it was Patterson just sitting on this left-hand side, a good short-side play. Probably the right idea as well. It's just, you know, early in the tackle count, they've done all the hard work to get there. And I think if he had his time again, I think Patterson would just play the ball really quickly.
I know
for that next play.
I know we've used that description with Callum Jones, all or nothing, but you could apply that to all of this Welsh team, really, can't you? They're very all or nothing.
Yeah, I like it as well, though, Dave.
I like it.
You know, I like it. You know,
great to watch.
You know, as coaches, and I've been one of those myself. You know, you can sometimes take that skill away from them and say, right, don't do any risks, but we have to do that. And you know, the players, as you've mentioned, Wales have got plenty in that. And to be fair, it's really good to see. And young players will make errors, but we don't want to stop them trying things like that.
It's how we learn as well, isn't it? As Roberts gets it back on the infield to Howley. Don't think he'll thank him that much for the pass. The two of them teammates at the club level. Davis brings it across, spots a gap, goes for it. It's closed quickly in front of him. England just the wrong side of the halfway line as far as they're concerned. They'll cross it now with Patworth. Nice little confident run from Patworth. Last tackle signalled. England just inside the Wales half. Langley kicks it high, kicks it wide. Can Jowett make the tackle? Well, he does. It's not conventional, but it does the job.
Yeah, and that's better. Onside chase from England, putting this Welsh team under pressure from a kick chase. And this Welsh team now have got to march 15-20 metres back behind the play of the ball, and it's just what you want from an England point of view.
Well, he was pushing and trying to get up and to get a quick play of the ball. He's deliberating with the referee, but I've never known a referee to change his mind.
Yeah, it's a good carry as well. He just gets his head through there now.
And he's
good play there from.
He's just too quick in trying to get up. It's just, there's times when you've just got to give another half second to yourself.
It's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? Because he did everything right as well. You know, just got his head through, powerful footwork at the line, and just come up with that error.
9 minutes of the second half
gone. Just look at this shot again here. Just what a great shot, bang. Fantastic work, shoulder in.
And now England coming down the left-hand side from the scrum. There's Dodd, taking on the shoulder of Jake Nottingham. He stood stern in defence. Now Bond takes over with the run to the middle. Maybe after a quick play, the ball on the edge of the 20-metre line. It comes right. Langley out the back to Dodd. Dodd across to clean Ledhill. Scrappy ball, does well to clean up though, does McGilvery. McGilvery plays it. England have lost a little bit of meterage there. Jerry will win it back. He's had an impressive game for me, it's Jerry. I mean, there's a number of contenders out there so far from both sides as Davies skips forward, almost gets away from his man. Last tackle signalled. Where's this ball going to go? It'll come left with Patworth. Patworth dabs it forward. Well picked up by Wales.
Yeah, he's done it a couple of times, hasn't he? He's managed to get that ball, through, and on that occasion, I think it was Pritchard that defended that play really well, because he had 3 or 4 England attackers, trying to put him under pressure, and that's good work from Wales.
Peters skips out of a couple of challenges. Can't escape 3 and 4 and 5 man who come in to bring him down. The Welsh skipper plays it on his 30-metre line. Off down the left it goes again. Short ball. Cutting forward, finding the 40. England showing up in defence again. It's a good contest this. Patterson plays it. Off down the left side it goes! And it's been put down.
Can't hold the ball there, can they? They're looking tired, and I'm not sure again that's the right play. They got a middle just on that short side, and all he needs to do is just carry it, get his team on the front foot, be aggressive in that carry, play the ball quick, and they can play off the back of it. But you've got to give credit to this England defence again on that right edge. I thought it was impressive. They got off the line, put Sheeran under pressure. You see this, it's just a little tip on play, a little bit of footwork.
Oh, it was a dipping pass, wasn't it?
Yeah, and again, just not sure that's the right play at the right time.
11 minutes of the second half gone. More pressure coming up on this Welsh defence. Langley to feed the scrum. Davies off down the left hand side to Patworth. He links with Oliver Smart standing out of the scrum. In fact, as he switched to play in the centre for the second half, it was vastly impressive in the first and the second row. Here is that man Dan Robson, an impressive season for Skirler, plays it on the 30-metre line. Roberts keeps it moving, out down that right hand side. I think that's Howley, all tackled there. Prop forwards popping up everywhere. Langley, out to Patworth to Dodd. Dodd beats his man, keeps going left, links with Ruan back on the infield, gets past one, can't escape the clutches of the second man Stebbins. Good work from him. Smart buys his side 10 easy metres out of dummy half. That was such commitment from him yet again. Last tackle in this set, still 6-0 to England. It's off down the right hand side with Patworth. He threads it through the middle. Ooh, that was a great pick up. What a tackle that is though, chasing through. The fullback was going nowhere. Williams ends up being barreled back towards his own post.
I'll tell you what, he took that well, didn't he? That was massive pressure, that.
Took the hit
talking
well
about putting your body on your line. Ryan Williams there, good kick, good chase, but Williams was up to everything that England threw at him.
What a hit from Smart that is as well. The tackle's continuing to fly in 52 minutes in. Pritchard dummies a couple of times, buys his side 10 metres. They're under pressure here though, Wales.
Staying in it though, aren't they?
Definitely.
Showing a lot of character here.
Loving the character shown. The kicking from deep within their own half. It's allowed to bounce by Dodd. Oh, that's a horrible bounce. He's picked up perfectly by Stebbins. Wow. It was bouncing, it was bobbling. No one really said that's mine.
No, I think it was Dodd and Ruane there, just that lack of communication. It was a good kick, but you'd want to clean, get that on the full, but what an opportunity for this Welsh team.
Nottingham on the burst inside that 20. 10 metres away from the line now. Halfback, acting halfback is Gray in field. Strong challenge that. The crowd appeals for a penalty, it's not forthcoming. Gray goes from dummy half. All back inside the field of play. Committed defence from England. Oh, and then rush from dummy half.
Oh, it's going to be a penalty that. Yeah, I think they were nice and low. I think they swarmed around that ball, didn't they? And I think it was Roberts that just went offside.
Fifth penalty of the game this for Wales. Within sight of the try line. Tap taken. Forward comes Lewis Jones.
Big space on this left edge here.
And the call in it as well. Lots of players in motion for Wales. Off down the left it goes. Oh, as he took it too far. Tell you what, Stadhart's trying his best to get over the line. He's just held short. Have England managed to readjust? They'll go forward out of dummy half and they've scored. Wales have scored. It's Jaden Gray spotting the gap out of dummy half. They're back in this one, 6 points to 4.
Yeah, it's been coming, hasn't it? You know, that man Jaden Gray's just been a threat all game. His dummy half work, and on that one he got really, really low. It came off an error from this England back two. No, it was a good kick after a great defensive set and good play from Ryan Williams taking an England kick. But if you look here now, the markers are really low. One thing as a coach, you don't want to goal line sneak like this. It was good work there from Lewis Jones on that right edge there. Just that little bit of a decoy run. But as all good nines do, just Jaden Gray just identified that on his left-hand side. The England markers should have been lower, should have been on the knees. Went nice and low, and a well-deserved try from Wales.
He's spotted Langley there, hasn't he? And he's done a job on Langley, because Langley's just sort of left himself a little bit open just on that line.
He has. He's too upright, isn't he? You know, the one thing you need to do is get really low, really, really low, and you don't have to stop the man from getting over the line. You just got to stop the ball from getting over the line. And great dummy half play from Jaden Gray from Wales.
So, Wales with this conversion attempt. This to level the matters. And they have done. 6 points each here at Inchrows Bridge. Well, Wales have never ever gone away. They've never ever given up. And this is a brilliant contest.
It is. I know you mentioned this is a curtain raiser, didn't you, for the grand final? It should be the other way around.
Tell you what, if the grand final's even half as good as this, that's going to be a cracker.
We've got another snapshot of this. One thing what Wales were, they were really patient. You know, it was a good, clean play of the ball as well, which is really important right near the line. And you know, it's just sets this test match up now for a brilliant finish.
It's Patterson with the goal kick, by the way. Away we go again. Lengthy restart. England will be trying to hunt the error. Good first hit up by Lewis Jones. Almost to the 20-metre line on that left-hand side of the field. Grice out of dummy half. Bet we'll see him be nice and steady playing this one. He's bought about 5 more metres than he should have done. Plays it. England moving to make the tackle on the next play. Strong from Robson. Wales very direct, coming down the middle.
Some kick pressure on here. England need to get at this kicker.
40 metres away from their own line, Wales. They'll take another carry. It's Cade Woodward. Buying his sign another 12 metres. Finds his way to his feet. Last tackle signalled. Off down the left-hand side. Kick comes in from Stoddart. Oh, that's a difficult one. England back to take it. Appeals from the England bench for an offside penalty. It's not forthcoming.
No, it's good work as well. They took that well, didn't they? And I think it was Keane Gledhill as well, just put that kick pressure in. I know I'm a bit obsessed by that, but it is the little things that
it's those
will
things
get
that,
you.
to be fair, a lot of people never
wins.
notice this,
Yeah,
do they? You don't notice these things.
And he's done that, and that allows his full-back, and it's a big penalty that, but it allows his full-back to be able to catch that ball in the full as well, and just that lack of discipline for Wales now, and England can march this team another 20 metres down the track.
England with their 5th penalty, ball being ripped out of Harvey Roberts' grasp. They'll take the 10 metres. I'm just seeing another look on the replay here, and yeah, he's just leaving it out.
Yeah, it's a fair call, isn't it? You know, they'll be disappointed with that because they had him exactly where they wanted him, and that's a lack of discipline.
Is this a danger sign for Wales? Holgate's back on.
Well, he'll run more, won't he? He'll run a lot more, and you know, certainly if he was a Welsh player, he'll have to be sharp around that marker area.
That's a brave carry from McGilvery, taking it right up the guts. And Roberts plays it off right. Jarrett stepping. He'll play it. Holgate goes right. Ooh, it's spilled by Roberts. It's never really in his grasp, was it, that one?
No, just an unforced error, isn't it? You know, he's been real good as Harvey Roberts there now. I think sometimes he's just got to, you know, rip in quickly. There's a little bit of tension happening here, I think, as you'd expect.
They're just checking if they've got grand final tickets.
Yeah, they're fine. There's nothing in it. It's you know, it's you get that, don't you, when you know it's 6-all test match. You know, 20 minutes to go, but good defence from Wales, and you know, England will be disappointed with that.
Well, we know this sport is at its best when it's played right on a knife edge. That's what this game is, isn't it? A little bit of work for our officials to do. They'll have a word with both skippers.
You know, we speak about both sides, you know, under 16s, Wales and England, etc. What what a great day for these match officials as well, isn't it? You know, the young match officials, you know, Luke Flavelle, I think, you know, for an international game like this and all the pressure that the match officials under, they've done a fantastic job, and you know, it's not only a proud day for them, but it's a proud day for their families as well.
Very much so, and it's all about development, isn't it? The whole ethos of this level of rugby league is all about development and giving opportunities, and that comes both from a playing point of view, from a coaching point of view, and a match official point of view.
Absolutely, and the pathway to match officials now, what you can achieve is sensational. It's just really good to see some young officials coming through.
There's the fullback Ryan Williams up to the halfway line for Wales. 20 metres in from touch are the Welsh Dragons. They'll throw their weight forward through Cade Woodward again. He's been impressive since he's gone on. There is the try scorer Gray. Again, proving difficult to stop out of dummy half. Nice run, direct running from Caden Johnson. They're building some momentum here, aren't they, Wales? Inside the 20 they go. McEwen Peters out the back to the little number 7, Isaac Wheatley. Wheatley's tackled. Last tackle signalled here by our match official. Infield it comes. McEwen Peters dabs it through. It's a horrible bounce for Dodd. There's a penalty coming Wales' way because of the tackle which came in on McEwen Peters.
Yeah, I think it was good play from McEwen Peters there. Now, we mentioned how influential he can be. At this occasion, he's just dabbed that ball through. Last tackle, and I'm not sure England had to do that as well. You know, I'm not sure whether they've moved it, and I think he'll go for goal here. Potentially, I think it might have been Harvey Roberts who's just stuck his shoulder in a little bit late.
Well, it's certainly in the hands of the last goal kicker, Ethan Patterson. And yes, he points towards the goal. So this to make it 8 points to 6 in favour of Wales.
It was a good set from Wales as well, that wasn't it? You know, they just went up the middle, they were nice and flat, they was fast, there was lots of push, they was organised, and finished with a real good high-end kick. And that's got the penalty there from you know, for Wales.
So taking his time. Knows how important this kick is. Tell you what, the crowd being ultra respectful as well. They've fallen silent for him. Certainly strike a ball, can Patterson. Starts his running, right footed. Sends it goalward. It looks good from here. The flags are raised. Wales have the advantage by 2 points. It's 8 points to 6.
Some pressure on that kick as well, isn't there? You know, it's probably kicked more difficult ones, but what's at stake now are 2 points, 2 point lead. Great work that from Patterson there now, just showed some real composure. But England's got a good chance now. They can kick this ball deep, they can get on the front foot defensively, and they'll look to put this Welsh attacking team under a lot of pressure, you know, with the ball.
Into the final quarter of this game. Hope you're enjoying the action in our league this afternoon. It's a brilliant prelude this to the grand final. England go for a short restart. They'll try and put pressure on Gray. Patworth does just that, but it was just a little bit too far in front of him. Wales have it back in slightly better field position than they perhaps expected.
Yeah, I like that as well, that little bit of you know, risk, you know, trying to get the ball back. It's not come off. You know, sometimes you go to the percentage and go long, but fair play to the England side having a go, but this Welsh team was ready for it.
Grice out of dummy half. It's a scrappy play, the ball, and an error from Wales. Well, they've been guilty of this once or twice, haven't they, really, the Welsh, trying to up the tempo of the game.
They have, and I think, you know, Tom Wood and the coaching staff from England there now, they want them just to approach this as they started the second half. You know, they was composed, they had some good shape, everybody was running the right lines, but most of all, they just need to be patient now.
Jowett takes the first carry.
Needs some push there, doesn't he? Too many single carries from England at the moment.
They need to get some shape up, and that's good from Howley. Buys his side 10 metres, they're now 30 metres away. Ruan's hugging his touchline as Holgate takes the carry. 20 metres away from the line. Langley moves in there. Blackbrook amateur down the right hand side with Roberts, picks up Howley. There's a lot of link play involving Roberts, isn't there? Holgate out of dummy half to Roberts. Sets the platform well, charges for a 12 metre gain. He's over on his back though. finds his front quickly. England set up again. It's with Patworth. Patworth, very direct, inside the 10 he goes. They'll turn over possession though.
It was a safe set, wasn't it, for England? I'm not sure that they threw enough questions at that Welsh defence. You know, you mentioned, you know, Roberts just being that link man as well. I'd want to see the half-backs with their hands on the ball a bit more. And, you know, one thing they've got, this England team, they've got somebody like Harrison Dodd who can link into that play. You know, and in that field position, it would be good to see him, you know, get his hands on the ball a little bit more.
Well, he's always buzzing around where that ball is, Dodd, isn't he? You always get the feeling that something could happen when he gets his hands on it.
You have, and then you've got like a Bong and Jennings and Rowan and McGilvray, you know, in that back line as well. I'd like to see them touch the ball a little bit more. But again, it's not the end of the world. They've got Wales exactly where they want them, and it's going to take some tough carries to get this Welsh team away from this area.
Talking about tough, Caden Johnson proving how tough he is. He's just got up from limping around, and he's done well. He's going to play the ball, actually. I'm sure he's pinched another couple of metres there, to be fair, but we play on. And they go out of the dummy half area to Wales. Good defence from England. Very physical tackle coming in there from Hayden Mitchell. And there's Stebbins. It's been good this afternoon.
Yeah, he's been very good defensively and with the ball, hasn't he? Been outstanding.
15 minutes to go in this test match. Wales up by 2 points. It's 8 points to 6. Don't go anywhere. There's still to be decided. Callum Jones back out there. Oh, with another all or nothing run towards the halfway line. He'll play this to Gray. Gray gets it off to Jones. Jones throws the dummy. Searches. He's a big fella as well.
Good carry, that. Real good carry.
Eventually yields. Mitchell over the top. It'll be a slow play of the ball. Referee's patience holding. The Welsh crowd hoping for a penalty or a reset or something as Stoddart gets his kick away. Oh, he's limped away from that hit as well. McEwen Peters picks it up on the last. He's still going, McEwen Peters. Flicks the ball out. Stab forward again. This could go anywhere. Smart plays at it. Eventually picks it up. And England under a lot of pressure, but they're going to take possession.
Yeah, it's good work. I'm not sure whether it was offside or not from that chase as well. It was good pressure, but a good kick. But England up to all the challenges again. Wales have done some real tough carries, bringing the ball away from their own line. It's now England's turn to do exactly the same.
Yeah, it's amazing how, you know, rugby league matches twist and turn, don't they? And what one side does, the other has to at some point in the game. That's a good carry from McGilvray as well. Quick play the ball as well. Here's Holgate. Goes 12 metres straight to the teeth of the defence. Finds an offload to Langley. Langley just couldn't get the step going, but he's put down on the halfway line. England have done well to extradite themselves from danger. Back to Patworth, who gets a long kick going down the middle. Cleared well by Williams. Williams catching on the full. Attacking down the ground, buying his side 15 metres, overwhelmed in the hit. Langley's found himself just the wrong side, but he's going to play it to McEwen Peters. More good work from McEwen Peters. Captain's knock from him. Grice out of dummy half picks up. Goes over the halfway line. Better from Grice. Playing for the penalty and finding the set restart. So it's pressure on England. Wales coming forward to play it. 35 metres out. It goes left to Callum Jones. Jones crosses the 30. Approaching the 20 now, Wales. Down this right hand side it comes. Switch play back to McEwen Peters. Oh, he just bounced through a challenge as though he wasn't there. And that's the prop forward Howley, who's been so good in defence. Now Gray's going again from dummy half. They're inside the 10. McEwen Peters awaits, sends it right. Comes into this right hand side. England just about massing up to make the tackle. Referee's whistle has sounded. I'm a bit unsighted as to what's happened there. There was a bit of a discussion in the middle. There's an injury in backfield, isn't there, for England?
Yeah, I think looking like he's got cramp, isn't it? And no wonder the amount of work he's done. I've just been really impressed with Wales this last, 5 minutes there. That set they've just done there now. I know they got another set of 6 from a ruck infringement there, but just a real solid, composed, well organised set. Aggressive running, backs taking the ball, forwards taking the ball right on the advantage line. And let's have a see how they finish this set off now. But really impressive from Wales.
So play back underway. McEwen Peters flings it across to that man Parker. Parker dabbing the kick through. Dodd's there to pick it up. Nice recovery from Dodd. Up to the 10-metre line he goes. There's McGilvery. Nice to mention clubs like Mould Green getting players represented at representative level. It's easy if we can get the words out. Harvey Roberts in possession for England. Holgate to his left hand side. Oh, that's a good tackle. That's a powerful tackle. They picked him up and dumped him backwards. And that is Jackson Evans who's gone back on. Nice to see him back on, but I don't think he'll want that one to be replayed. Just got controlled then in that. He'll get a kick away. Oh, it's come off. It's come off.
They've got a good opportunity here now, England.
England have it back. Another set of 6 on their own 30-metre line. There's a real bad knock there. It was a brave take.
It was good kick pressure as well from that. You know, it's interesting as well whether you go for the ball, whether you go for the man. Just that little philosophy around coaching, whether you're going to risk getting another set of 6. The one thing you've got to do if you do charge that ball down, you've got to back yourself to defend this set of 6, and we're seeing this now. You know, it was good kick pressure. Just put his arms up there now, but I think you've got to give Alfie Howley a lot of credit as well, just staying alive around that play of the ball. And it's a good opportunity again now for England. You know, they've had a little bit of a rest now, you know, minutes rest now, where the messages have got on. I'm seeing Lee Roberts going on, the coaching staff. And one thing they don't need, there's still 9 minutes left, so they don't need to panic.
Yeah, into this last 10 minutes. Just need one chance, don't they, England? Is it coming through Jerry? Well, that's a huge run up to the 40. Nice quick play of the ball. Langley shuffles it right. Stepping run forward there from Jamie Jennings. Over the halfway line he goes as the Cumbrian. McGilvery back in field, looking for Gledhill. Big carry, big tackle. Super challenge there, Callum Jones. Across to Langley again. Dummies a couple of times, looks for a gap. Can only take one slip, won't it?
Yeah, just put this ball high. Put this ball high next play.
Roberts carries forward, offloads to Mitchell. Mitchell flicks it out to Gledhill. Oh, that's been played at. It's in Welsh hands.
Just that composure you mentioned, Dave, isn't it? Just maybe panicking a little bit. The Welsh defence was real good, you know, but they just had to get that play done and then test the Welsh fullback and wingers just with a high kick.
8 minutes or so remaining. Ever such a close game, this one. What a test match in every sense of the word. Grice crosses the halfway line for Wales. Still going forward, Grice. That's brilliant work from him. He's caught Hayden Mitchell as well. Makes for a slower play of the ball. It's off right side. Jones back on the infield. Gets away from one, slips it out to his namesake. Tackle comes in from Jewett. They're making meters. They're looking good here, Wales. In the centre of the ground. Bringing it right. Callum Jones. Right to the teeth of the defence again he goes. Last tackle signalled. Off down this right hand side. Kick comes in from Wheatley. Oh, it's high, it's hanging. Wales have it back.
I think it's a knock on, aren't they? Yeah, it's a knock on England's ball. Yeah, it was a good kick as well and good chase and got a little bit of the look there. England.
Just slightly unsighted from our commentary position here. England with the ball back though. Got a long way to go to put pressure on this Wales defence. McGilvery, good carry.
He's carried well, hasn't he? Carried well, Dave, hasn't he, McGilvery?
I know the comment was made after the first international that this side play back in Wales, that I don't think that the England coaching staff have ever seen a player that smiles as much as McGilvery.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
He's been a joy to coach, according to the England coaching staff. That's a great long kick. Buys his side a bit of meterage. They were looking for a 20-40. That would have been a rarity.
I tell you what, they were in good positions, to be fair, the officials there, weren't they? But it was a great kick, that. There's nothing in this.
Still 8 points to 6. Welsh possession coming up, 40 metres from their own line. Can England go hunting on an error?
Well, they have to do, don't they? They have to do. They have to get off this line. They have to make sure they stay disciplined. But they've got to get in. They've got to get off this line in numbers now. Dig the shoulders in, and just force this Welsh team into an error.
So Callum Jones has left the field. It's been another fulsome effort from him. Wales back in possession. Infield it comes. Oh, there's that man Troy Sheeran, had a big influence on the first 20 minutes of the game. He's back on to complete it.
Another big man coming off the bench, isn't there? And that's a good carry.
Now it comes back to the middle. Jones all wrapped up. Nice line speed from England. Wales still up by 2 points in this one, controlling the field position. Controlling the ball as well. Run comes in from Patterson. Ultra committed defence again. That's just what we've become accustomed to throughout this game. Lewis Jones hurls himself at the defence. Last tackle reached. Still nothing between these sides. Wales bringing it down this right hand side. Was that spilled? Well, he's been allowed to kick it forward. Can he drop on it? Well, they've managed to get the ball back. Brave stuff there from Dodd. Well, it's McGilvery actually who's shuffled back. I think Dodd's also down in the backfield. There's a Wales player down too. I think it's the skipper, Lloyd McEwen-Peters.
There's a few struggling here now, isn't there? And you can understand why, because from the first second to this second, both sides have given it absolutely everything, as you would expect from a test match. But we're just looking at this passage of play there now. Again, it's good little tip on from your middles. A little bit fortunate there. And it was McEwen-Peters there, just dabbed it through. He's done that on a couple of occasions.
You can see that's where the cramp set in first. He's still going forward. He can still run quicker than I can when you've got the cramp.
And just imagine somebody like McEwen-Peters just running at you there now, and you've got, McGilvery's just waiting there, and really put his body on the line there. So, well done that lad.
Well, we're inside the last 5 minutes, and where's your thoughts for player of the match going? Because we've got so many players. We've actually got, when you look at it, with all of these, substitutes, we've got 40 players we can pick from virtually.
Yeah, can you come back to us?
Certainly, yeah. You've got loads of time to think of it, first of all.
Yeah, there's a few contenders, isn't there?
Most definitely. So unfortunately, the skipper, Lloyd McEwen-Peters, is off the field. Replacing him is Corey Westermark, who has had a good influence on the game during his previous stint. England under pressure, 10 metres from their own line. Good run from Gledhill. Tries to spin his way out of the second. It came in from that on Westermark. Jackson Evans out amongst the back line. Oh, that's a big tackle. They've lifted him up. They've marched him back. I've got to say, some of the technical stuff in defence has been tremendous from both our teams. What a game. Here's Holgate. Tries to cut them over from the way out. The ball goes loose. It's been ripped from his grasp. This could be a crucial penalty for England. We're all level on the penalty count as well at 6-all. 8-6 to Wales. England will take the 10. But more importantly, they'll get another 6 tackles. Brandon Rowland slows his weight forward. Up to the 40. Harvey Roberts. Spins in the tackle, controlled by 3. Still inside their own half here, England. Holgate, dummies once, plays it out. Lovely soft hands to Jewett. And Jackson Evans, he finds an offload. Evans goes forward. Nice run from Evans to the 40. Well, England need to pick up the pace. Here's Holgate, he'll do just that. Ducks beneath a high challenge, gets an offload going. It's out left with Gina. Gina spins through the first effort, goes again. He's 30 metres out from the line, over on this left-hand side, 10 metres in from touch. Holgate finds Patworth, he throws a dummy, he's through the middle, he's got an offload going, he's just been intercepted by Wales. On off down the ground goes Patterson. Just outside the 20-metre line he goes. If you're after a timely intercept, that was perhaps it.
Oh, and he did everything right, didn't he, Patworth?
They nearly ripped the ball out there from Wheatley's arms.
Everything's happening, isn't it?
There's some great singing from the touchline, the Welsh touchline. Have they done enough? The time ticking down on us. It's 8 points to 6 in favour of Wales. Sensible carry down this blind side from Nottingham. Nottingham up to the halfway line. Stebbins at dummy half. Gets away from the first marker. Whoa, big tackle from Mitchell. Forces him backwards. That's a huge hit. No quarter given or asked for. Absolutely brilliant commitment from both of these sides. Westermark up to the 40. Last tackle signalled here for Wales. This goes into the corner. It's a high one. Well taken.
Go on, Jamie! Go on, Jamie!
There's Jamie Jennings at fullback. Everything needs to be 100 miles an hour now for England. We're in the hands of our match referee as McGilvery takes another brave carry through the middle. Still going McGilvery, still trying to buy extra metre or two. It comes left from Davis, kick comes in from Patworth. After this goes Smart. Oh, he's played at. And they've got the hands on it of Wales. Brilliant work from Williams. How's he got across there? He's done tremendously well.
He's been great, hasn't he, that Williams? And England's bouncing off this line now as well.
Stebbins has been absolutely flattened there like a pancake. Wow, what a hit on him. That's another strong surge as well. Jake Nottingham. I think England are running out of time. Good carries from Wales, sensibly bringing it back towards the middle of the field. Ford with the latest carry. Plays it to Gray. There's no one to pass to there. He's going to have to run it himself, and he slipped it out to Grice. Grice off down the blind side. Makes 25 metres. Last tackle signalled here. Gledhill somehow got across there. Kick to come. It's a threaded kick through the middle. Oh, it goes through the feet there. Oh, it's an error. They've recovered it behind their own line, England, but it's going to be a dropout.
Oh, it could be the game, couldn't it? You fancy England to maybe do a short kick here. Just got to try something different to get this ball back.
What an interesting little kick that was. What is going to happen next? We just don't know. We've seen a bit of everything. Patworth, he does drop it short. He tries to find the touchline. He's found the touchline. It's going to be England
ball.
Got
to be quick here. Yeah,
got to be
they
quick.
got one last shot.
They'll take it back to the middle of the field. I think I'll be asking a quick question of Luke Favell. How long left, sir? How long left? 18 minutes up on our clock, but we're in the hands of our match official. We're 2 minutes over by my stopwatch. England down by 2 points. Patworth tries to kick over the top. He's been charged down. Wales have the ball. Wales take the tackle. The referee's whistle sound, and they've done it again of Wales. They've finished the game. They've ended the season with a 3-0 record at 16s level, and look at how much it means to them. What a test match we have seen today.
Wow, brilliant, absolutely brilliant test match. And I'm watching both teams, and rightly so. The Welsh are on the field. They're enjoying the win. The crowd's going wild. Just looking at the England lads, absolutely devastated, but they can be immensely proud. They have given absolutely everything. There's no disgrace in this result. I think it's just been a fantastic test match, and small margins, but congratulations to Wales.
Two sides so evenly matched. You know, I mean, it just ebbed, it flowed. There was penalties at certain points. There were spells of pressure. There was commitment all over the place. No player can leave that field thinking that they haven't given everything.
No, definitely not. If that was your first game watching rugby league, you wouldn't watch another sport, would you? You know, it's unbelievable, that game. I'm just so proud of everything about today. You know, both sides, both sets of coaching staff, the crowd, the officials, absolutely brilliant. It's Wales' day today, without a doubt. To beat England 2-0 is a massive, massive achievement. And, you know, we're looking at the coaching staff there now, both coaches, you know, shaking each other's hands, and Dave Rabel from the Rugby League's on there as well, Joe Wood, who's been a great volunteer for the Lions programme this year. The day belongs to Wales, but I also think that the England staff, players, parents, community clubs can be immensely proud of themselves.
We can be immensely proud of this Lions programme, which continues to produce players moving on and giving opportunities right the way through the system. Absolutely superb.
It does. I'm just watching, you know, we've got Tom Wood, you know, who's on there as well. What a volunteer he's been for this programme as well. You know, one thing you want to see is good British coaches coming through, and we've got 2 on our picture there now along with the players. You know, we make a lot about the players, but you know, the Lions programme is also about bringing coaches through, and you know, it's brilliant to see some you know, some coaches like that coming through.
I'm just wondering, you know, because we've run out of time. Normally we would have done this in the match, but who was your player of the match, and who stood out for you?
I think there was a few standouts. I think you look at the England team, I was impressed with Harrison Dodd. He did everything, you know, and players like Corbin McGillivray was good. You know, Tom Patworth, you know, stood up, and I thought Ivy Roberts did a real captain's knock for Wales. Ryan Williams, I thought, you know, came up with some big, brave players. I thought Sam Grice and Isaac Wheatley was good, but my man of the match was Lloyd McEwen-Peters.
Yeah, I mean, he was unbelievable at times, wasn't he? Such a fantastic, balanced runner. He was the skipper of the game that went off just before full time. And now Wales go across to celebrate with their friends, with their families. What an effort from that Wales side.
Yeah, it's brilliant to be fair, isn't it? You know, it's as a proud Englishman, you know, watching this and being part of the Lions programme, I'm obviously disappointed for the England lads and staff, but I'm also really, really pleased for all those as well in that jersey there now. You know, very passionate, very proud performance, but I just thought they looked very, very well coached and did the big things at the right times.
Yes, I mean, it was ever such a close game, and I suppose as well, right at the end of this season, let's have a look at the tries that were scored in the game. So this was England's effort.
It was Oliver Smart, wasn't it? Good pick from Joe Davis. Little bit of footwork there now, and did really well to get over the line.
And I just noticed that he's done a little bit of late footwork on Nottingham, hasn't he? So Nottingham, the fella here, just ended up like flailing like a windmill.
Yeah, just overran a little bit, and for a tall player, I think Smart did really well to get low, you know, to get over the line, and that was a good start because they've been under a lot of pressure as well, England there. So to get that first score was a great achievement, and I think they'll be a bit disappointed with this, but great play again. I'm really impressed by Jordan Gray here. You know, he's gone nice and low. It was Lewis Jones who, you know, did that run to take the England defence away from that. You know, real close-up shot here now, but just have a look at the England markers. They're quite upright. They should be low. They should be on the knees. And Jaden Gray's identified that and just gone as low as he possibly could, and got what proved to be the winning score from Wales.
Yeah, we did see that penalty which got given from Patterson nudged it over to make it 8 points to 6, and that's the final score. But I tell you what, this has whetted my appetite for international rugby league. We've got lots of that to come over the next few weeks, haven't we, with the World Cup?
Brilliant. You know, you can't beat that. You know, the wheelchair, the women's, the men's rugby league. We've got a grand final tonight. You know, it's a really good time to be a rugby league supporter or a sports, you know, supporter as well. You know, it's there's no better game than rugby league, and I think, you know, we've just seen that today with this 80 minutes.
What an autumn we've got in front of you. What an 80 minutes we've seen. Steve McCormack, an absolute pleasure as always working alongside you. Thank you ever so much.
Thanks, Dave. Enjoyed it. Thank you.
And my thanks go to everybody that's made this production possible here at Intro's Bridge. Great welcome that we've had. Thanks to the staff on site, and thanks to the production team that have helped us bring this to you. This is Dave Parkinson for Our League, signing off in the knowledge that Wales have made it 2-0 in internationals this autumn, winning by 8 points to 6. Enjoy the rest of your day, and remember there's a certain grand final happening at 6 o'clock tonight.